Hey guys, Mistmaster1 here, and welcome back to more Super Mario Galaxy 2. In the last episode, we pretty much explored everything that this galaxy has to offer, well, this world has to offer, excuse me, except the Slimy Spring Galaxy, and we've also finished off every world in this game apart from World 4 and World 5. And my cursor is freaking out, so hang on. Okay, sorry about that, that should be a little bit better now, and now in this episode, we're pretty much gonna clear out all the stars that remain apart from, the big guy himself, which we need 70 stars to get to, so let's get started here. We have 3 comets available to us, and we'll have a 4th one hopefully available ready, you know, after we've cleared out a few more missions here. And the first star I'm going to take care of is the Flash Black Prankster Comet, so let's get started on that. Here's our mission here, as the Prankster Comet detective, blah blah blah, we've seen this a million times already. Dark Octo-Army Romp, yeah, this will be once again one of those missions where we have to kill a certain amount of enemies within a certain amount of time, and in this case we have to kill 30 Octoombas in I believe 80 seconds, while we have the handicap of the floor not really being visible for most of this, so let's hopefully just not get destroyed during this last part here. 80 seconds on the clock, we lose 2 seconds before we even get a chance to do anything, and let us begin. You do have to move a little bit here. You don't have like a stupidly strict sort of clock against you. I mean, it's like as long as you're getting a reasonable amount done every like 2 or 3 seconds, like you should be getting at least one every 2 to 3 seconds on average. There's obviously going to be points where that's not going to be the case. I almost fell off right there. Oh my goodness, okay. I'm not doing super well right now. Like, I've exhausted more than a third of my time, and I'm only a third of the way done, so let's try to pick up the pace a little bit more. We're almost halfway there on our time, and we're not even close to being well, we're close to being halfway, but not quite. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I'm doing this very poorly right now. I kind of need to pick up the pace if I actually want to get this done, because I was getting this done with about 10 seconds to spare in practice, and at this point, I am doing a very horrible job in actually getting that done. Right there, oh my goodness. I need to stop worrying, and I just need to go ahead and push for it. I think Yoshi's in this crystal right here, which will help out significantly. 20 seconds left. We can do this as long as we don't make really dumb mistakes. There we go, so far so good. Okay, we've rebounded in the last few seconds here. Grab that one right there. 10 seconds on the clock left, but we only have 2 more, so grab you. And let's grab you. There we go. 8 seconds to spare. Not too bad. Sluggish start, but I picked it up towards the end and we were fine on that. So there we go. That is Power Star 101, as long as I don't fall off at the end there. There we go. And that's all that Flash Black has to offer. And there is our final comet that we'll be seeing before we actually take on the final Bowser encounter, which we'll be taking on as the last star before we end off the video, because now that all that's been said and done, the next galaxy that is on my radar is right here, the Slimy Spring Galaxy. So let's get forward on that. There is no comet in this particular galaxy, and there's actually a hidden star that isn't available to us until later, which actually I believe will not become available until after we've finished World 6. So let's just move on with it. The Deep Shell Well of Slimy Spring Galaxy. And this is a galaxy that primarily takes place in the water, I'd say like 80%, and then you have a few portions that are just slightly above land. And this galaxy is possibly one of the most beautiful finishes I've ever seen. Like, Luigi is here. You know what? Considering what's going to be happening in the next few videos, I'm actually going to pass on, you know, having Luigi take a spin. Don't worry, he will get his time in the spotlight once again in a few videos from now, because of something that does happen. If you go in this pipe right here, you have yourself a unique minigame where you can actually open up multiple chests with the 3 shells that are provided. If you're lucky, you get some 1-ups, so you can also get some enemies. I wonder if they would go 3 in a row diagonally. Yes, and we got ourselves some, we got 3 1-ups from that. Okay. I believe that's actually the same every time, so if you want 3 1-ups, just go diagonally in that direction. Anyway, is there any more blocks around here? I think that might have been the only one. There might be one up here, although I'm not sure. I've only done a little bit of stuff in practice, not the whole thing. No, just a few higher platforms to get up to. Okay. And now let us take a slide down the water slide. That was a bit redundant, but here we are. Yeah, the whole, like, this is a very interesting galaxy, I have to say. It's very lean, like, it's very laid back for a type of world we're in. Like, a lot of stuff is kind of like, okay, we had Melty Monster, we had Flash, like pretty intimidating galaxies on the whole. I just threw the shell like a dumbass. Pretty intimidating galaxies, and honestly, this one could be intimidating in its own sort of way, but it's actually really serene and beautiful compared to the rest of it. Really atmospheric water level, which we haven't seen too many of those in this game, honestly. And you need to see what the ending to this level looks like. Honestly, the ending to this galaxy, like the last part, is actually one of the most beautiful things this game has to offer. Go in this little alcove here off to the left. It's kind of hidden away, but not so much. Get yourself the Comet medal there. And that's pretty much the Comet medal of every galaxy that we've seen so far in the game. So, I mean, we've been doing well so far. I haven't forgotten... the only Comet medal I've had issues with is the one back in Wild Glide Galaxy in World 2. You have to be careful here, though, because we are on a sort of limit with our air, our oxygen right there. Well, whatever, you know what I mean. And what we have to be careful of is, you know, it's obviously depleting as we're staying under the water here, but thankfully we've done reasonably well enough picking up bubbles along the way, picking up coins along the way. We didn't have to worry about that, but just be careful that if you take too long, you can obviously run out of air and just die gradually, because when the oxygen eventually, or your air meter runs out, you start to die drowning death with your health depleting. It's not instant, so don't worry about that. Nice little hidden spot right there if you don't go in the launch star right away. Get yourself a 1-up there. And you can get yourself another 1-up here if we can do that. Nice. Actually got the long jump into the, like, extended jump there. That was pretty nice. Alrighty. And I'm just taking a minute to really take in this whole level here, because this is the last galaxy we'll see that's new until we take on Bowser for the final time. So this is really humbling, to be fair. Something I never knew for the longest time, and this might come as a surprise to other people. Oh, I lost my shell. No, dude. Something that might come as a surprise to other people as well, because honestly, I didn't know this until practice, but if you press the Z button while you're on the shell, you can actually stop and just aim the light of the shell, which is actually going to be really useful for the prankster Comet of the Daredevil, Battle Belt Galaxy. There we are. It does take a bit to speed up again, but I mean, that's natural when you come to a complete stop. And here we are coming up on this last little portion here. We have these, like, anemone things. Oh my goodness. I lost my shell, man, but that's okay. We don't need a shell where we're going. Just avoid the enemies. And remember that whole beautiful last scene, or last area I was talking about when we got to the end here? Well, just go up a little bit further. Look how serene and beautiful this place is. We got a chest here that's obviously out of place, but there's no music. You hear the sound of nature. You have the white flowers. You have the vibrant green grass. You have the waterfalls on the sort of rock, like, scape areas. Like, holy moly, dude. You have some trees, and to top it all off, we of course have the power star that is located inside this chest right— Toad! Oh wow, this ruined the moment. Guess. Oh, thank you. Ah, Mario. I was taking a quick nap and... Oh, who am I kidding? I grabbed a power star, but I fell and got trapped inside that chest. It was so stuffy in there. Thank you for saving me. Why don't you take this power star? Just please don't tell the other Toads about this. I'm just gonna take another moment to, you know, look out in the distance, see the sun, look at the clear blue skies, because you don't really get, like, it seems like you would get a lot of moments like this, but there's not a lot of moments in the game where you actually can just lay back and admire how beautiful the landscape of some places are. This is easily one of the most beautiful parts of the entire game. Anyway, that is Star 102. We have 3 more on our list before we end off this video. And now the entire path to go to Bowser has been set across 2 individual areas right here that branch off and meet back again. And now we're gonna finish off the last few stars that exist. Well, not quite. There is still one in Slimy Spring that isn't available yet. But for the most part, we're gonna be clearing out the rest of this world now. We're gonna go back to the Clockwork Ruins Galaxy to take on the prankster Comet that exists here. And we're basically just gonna go down the line on the top path, and that'll be the end of it. Here we are, prankster Comet detected once again. This one can be a bit tedious. This is the adventure of the purple coins. And when they say adventure, they do mean it, because they give you... Look at all the purple coins you have to collect, and look how spread out they are. It is just this one planet, but if you remember, this was a pretty lengthy, like, galaxy in general. And it definitely feels like that, especially with this mission here. We have 5 minutes to collect 100 purple coins. There only are 100 of them, so you do have to make haste. You'll have the Widdicks. Are they Widdicks? I forget their exact name, but you'll have these guys here who basically give you hints as to how many purple coins you should have in very particular areas. So if you're kind of lost on the sort of amount you should have by a particular point in case you missed one or whatever, the guys will definitely pinpoint exactly how many you should have in a particular area here, like after you go through each set of planets, like little rolling platforms here. You can easily fall off in this place, so take your time with it. You do have 5 minutes, so there is no rush. They give you plenty of time to get every single coin, but if in case you do miss one, it can be very tedious and very irritating. Okay, we have 31 so far, we're doing well. It's not so bad at the start, but as we get later on into the last few parts of this galaxy, this mission with these planets, these platforms, I need to say 5 things before I found the right word I was looking for. This guy will say you got 37, that's your hint, you should have 37 purple coins before advancing forward. And like I said before, each individual platform gets more and more annoying to actually track down each purple coin. That timer, like I said, it ticks down fairly slowly. 5 minutes, honestly, is quite a bit of time for this. I would have thought more of a time crunch would have been 3 minutes. I think they were more focused on making sure you just got every single coin instead. Oh, God. Okay, let's just take it back. Take it back now, y'all. Didn't think I'd be making a reference like that in this game. Fall down here. That's good. Let's grab these ones here. Jump over, spin, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, just don't rush it. I don't know what else to say because we've seen this galaxy already, and this mission is so... Oh my goodness. Oh my god, no way. Dude. Oh. I will say, if you die in this mission, it is the absolute worst because that would have just been 2 minutes I would have wasted and I would have had to spend collecting all over again. Actually, I do believe 65 coins is everything on this, so get me off this friggin' planet, dude. I should have died right there, but thankfully, thanks to my amazing backup strategy, which was honestly pure luck, I managed to survive. 3 minutes left. We should have 73 coins by this point, so we're doing well. Let's long jump across, even get over to this one right here. Nice. Let's start the purple coins on this platform with that. 80, we're making our treks there. This will be the last platform where we have purple coins, so let's just keep going. Jump across here. 85, good. I'm just making sure I don't die here. I mean, okay, let's go back a bit. Now let's wait. You really, like I said before, do not rush this. You saw what almost happened to me by trying to go a little too... Like, I was space cadetting on the friggin' second to last thing, and I almost got killed for it. I believe the last few coins might be along this path right here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there they are. And 99, and 1... Oh! Oh my god, I almost fell off on the last coin. That would have been so awful. It would have been hilarious for you guys, but not for me. There we are. Now let's just take our way up here slowly. Wait for the platform to make its pace. Good, get on top here. We're going to make our way over to the exterior and grab the star there. Whew. I almost died like 3 times in that mission, and honestly that is one of the worst missions to die on, so thankfully we persevered. Coming up next is a slightly less stressful mission because honestly this one is also a timed mission, but it's really easy, even despite like the sort of handicap, and it may seem like not a lot of time, it really is, because you can practically finish this in half the time. But here is Throwback's Prankster Comet. This is the Whomp Silver Star speedrun. It's literally the exact same as the second mission, except now you only have 2 minutes to collect every single one of them. Which I could be wrong, but I believe I was able to collect the 2. Like, maybe I was just exploring a bit, and maybe that's not why. But I'm pretty sure I was actually able to do this mission normally within 2 minutes as it stood on its own. So, you know, no real time pressure here. They do literally give you almost double the amount of time you'd really need. If they give you, like, maybe 90 seconds, I could see a bit of an impending rush. But because they give you 2 minutes, which is, like I said, a ridiculous amount of time for a mission like this, you really don't have to worry about it. 2 stars off the bat right there. We've only exhausted 20 of our 120 seconds, so we're doing good. Yeah, how about that arithmetic for you? I converted minutes to seconds. I'm like a grade A friggin' calculus level student. I don't know. I like mathematics. It's honestly my field of expertise when it comes to subjects in school, but I'm easily not the best. There's people that are much better than me at it. Anyway, enough of real life stuff. Let's focus back on the game here. Let's get you. Let's get some... can I go back down and... let's grab this cloud flower again. Picking up some star bits along the way never hurts. Even though you might think that we're done with Hungry Limits for now. Oh my goodness, that was extremely awkward. I don't know what happened there. But 1 minute to go. 4 out of 5 silver stars. Let's just make our way up to the top here. And I believe I might just barely not be... Oh no, I can. Good. I was worried I might not be able to reach that last one, but there we go. 52 seconds to spare. You could easily do that in less than 1 minute if you really try to go really fast. And let's take the last few minutes of this galaxy to, you know, pick up some extra star bits that are along the way. Never hurts. And yeah, there we go. That is our second last star of the video. And now we only have one more star before we take on the big guy himself for the final time. And here it is, guys, the final star before we take on the final boss of the game. This will be the Prankster Comet of the Battle Belt Galaxy. Mini Planet Daredevil Run. This is the first mission, except now we have to not take any damage across the entire thing, but very similar to how World 5's Bowser Jr. Prankster Comet was. Well, I should be able to just say that, and you can probably guess what I mean, but yeah, it's not really a Daredevil run by true definition because of a certain thing we'll be seeing in this level. So let's stop on you to get started. Again, this is just a whole revamp of all the enemies that we fought in the game so far, and they get progressively harder as it goes on, apparently. I mean, I don't know, I feel like some planets are harder than others. Like, not as they actually progress, but even just like, you'll have blips where it's like really easy and then blips where it's like a little tricky, and it kind of bounces back and, whoa, I almost touched the lava there, that would have been a really stupid death. I've done well to keep deaths to a minimum in this project, and honestly, I'm hoping to keep it that way for at least a little bit longer, but because of things that will be happening in the near future, and people know what I'm talking about, so I'm just not gonna go into more detail. But yeah, basically, if you thought this game was tough as it is now, which there have been moments where it has been, I'm not saying it hasn't been, but if you thought that it couldn't get much harder than that, oh my, you guys are in for quite a shocker. I mean, I'm assuming a fair bit of people who are watching this already know a fair bit about Galaxy 2, but for those of you who happen to not, well, the time will come in the next, I would say, 5 videos. Give or take a bit, we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's the checkpoint I was getting at. That's why it's not a true Daredevil mission, is because it does give you a checkpoint. I don't know why they opted to do that in Mario Galaxy 2. I suppose it would have been a bit too much of a task for the player to go so far into the mission as to beat it without taking damage anywhere. But then you think back to Mario Galaxy 1, I think it was like the Melty Molten Galaxy, I don't know, one of the Fire Galaxy in the last dome of Mario Galaxy 1, where you had to run through like literally the entire level without taking a hit. Like, they've gone there. They've really made it so that you really have to not take a single hit through a really long level, and it was really tedious, it was really hard, and it was really stressful, it was really difficult, it was every word you could imagine of how bad it could possibly be to do that without taking a hit. I am jumping the gun slightly because of one particular Daredevil mission that does exist in this game where that sort of difficulty does come back. But I mean, every other Daredevil mission has been nothing compared to what we'll see way down the line. But yeah, that technique of holding the shell back with the Z button, really useful for that whole shindig. I use that word again. Because we can literally just stay at the bottom while the light, you know, makes its course around and not have to worry about just running into boosts like an idiot. Because you kind of have to go at a fairly high speed during that entire part if you're not holding down the C button. Baron Burrs at it once again, spin right in their direction to make them... Why am I explaining how to fight these guys? This is like literally the second last episode of the main campaign of this game. I'm just not going to say that. We should know how to fight all these enemies by now. I went over how to fight them, literally, I think just either the video before this one or the one before it. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure we did Battle Belt in episode, what was it, 27? This is episode 28. Speaking of which, I'll be calling that a video soon once we finish off this star. This will be the second last thing, just like in the original Galaxy. Careful here. I'd like to actually not take... I haven't died, like, obviously, I'm still going, but I've managed to make it this far without taking a hit. I'd like to finish off that way, because honestly, there we go. There's only one more thing in my path, and that is, in my opinion, one of the easier parts of this mission, is the last part with the silver chomps and the green punching bags. Make our way back over to the Sync Star here, and if we manage, I think I've actually done really well compared to what I did in the original mission. I believe I took hits a few places, like 2 or 3 hits, and if I can actually, okay, let's not jump the gun too much, because I could still die if I get hit by these silver chomps. I'm not expecting it to happen, though, because there's only one left. We've done well so far. There we go. And by the way, if you do get hit by if you hit one of these things and it comes back and hits you again, it doesn't do damage to you, but it makes you drop star bits. But there we are. We have managed the Daredevil. We did a true Daredevil run with, we didn't even need those 2 checkpoints that the game gave us. We made it through all the way without taking a hit. So there we go. That is the true Daredevil run of this star. And yes, we have collected every star in the game that we can at this point before fighting Bowser for the final time. 105 stars, galaxy is completed, some more star bits for good measure. No coins. Do you notice that in the Daredevil runs, they never drop coins, which makes sense because, like, it's a minor thing they actually do, but it's a good detail, I suppose. And yeah, check it, guys. We have, if we zoom out, we have Silver Crown on the first 5 worlds like so. Go to World 6, we have Silver Crown on all the galaxies except this one right here, Slimy Spring, which we can't even do right now because it's something that'll happen after we defeat the main game. And every other galaxy we've unlocked so far is fully completed to this point, so we can't really do anything here. Only thing left to do is to advance further and take on Bowser. Starship Mario can now advance. Alright, time for the grand finale, Captain. Somewhere in there. Your princess is waiting. What a surprise! It's a comet! It looks like power stars weren't the only thing getting eaten up around here. Looks like Bowser wants to get even bigger. You need to stop that Bowser monster before he devours everything in his path. Get in there and show him what you got. Indeed we shall, in the next episode. That is a nice little epic scene we get beforehand. I probably should have saved it till next video, but here we are. This is Bowser's Galaxy Generator, the final galaxy in the main game of Mario Galaxy 2. You should understand what I mean by now when I say final in the main game, because something is going to happen after we beat this. But that is for another time. Anyway, guys, I've been Mistmaster1. This has been episode 28 of Super Mario Galaxy 2. We've picked up every single Power Star we can at this point in time before taking on Bowser for the final time. And the next episode, the end of the main campaign of Mario Galaxy 2. We take on Bowser for the final time, and we're gonna go rescue Peach. We haven't seen or heard from her since. She hasn't even written letters much often. But we'll finally, hopefully, be able to see what she's been up to. Hope she's okay, and put an end to this next time. Oh yeah, and I'll see you guys in 2017. Have a happy New Year's Eve, and I'll catch you guys on New Year's Day tomorrow. Take care.